Welcome back, I'm Ryan from Blue Gaming, and we are back in Fallout 4 for more of the Stealth Melee playthrough. You might notice that we're not where we ended off in the last episode. There's the Purd one over there. I came back here because I built this up a little bit more. I finished off this platform. There was 3 sections missing. This section, and this section. It wasn't completely... So... yeah, this top part wasn't completely fixed, and now it is. Finished off the concrete wall. I needed 6 more of the concrete slabs, so I added that one, that one, that one, and that one on the end. And then these 2 on the bottom, that makes 6. I also added in a little bit of this garden over here. This is just a bunch of tatos, or potatoes. It's essentially mutated potatoes. But that's... oh, wow, come on. That's it for down there. Really? I need to make some new stairs. That's the next thing that I'm going to build, is better stairs. Okay, here we go. Sadly, I couldn't get one of these small pallets like that to fit there. So I had to use one of those because everything else would clip through the ground and wouldn't work, but this one would clip through the ground and work. Then over on this side, everything's better on this side. I got that to work. There's a bit of a gap down there, and I couldn't get that fixed, sadly. And then over here, there's a slight little divot down that you can see right there. And sadly, I can't put any of the small blocks there, so... looks like the walls are finished. Down over here by the entrance, as you can see, I added in a little bit more security. When you open up the gate now, there's 2 regular turrets greeting you. So that's it for the entrance. And there's one last thing that I fixed, or started to work on. Someone just fell. Valentine just fell. Okay, so it's right up over here. This is a small generator, and I have it powering 2 of the turrets. Sadly, they each take 2 power, and this only generates 5, so I don't have enough to power this other one, but as soon as I get a large generator up here, then I can actually put 2 more of these, including the 3 that are already up here, so I'll have 5 all around this corner, so that when the synths attack towards the end, I will be defended for that. So that's catching you up everything that I did from last episode. I was thinking of playing Grognak and the Ruby Ruins this episode, but I will just continue on with the quest that I was on, and that is to it's called the molecular level, and you have to build the signal interceptor, and I'm talking to the Minutemen for that, and so I have to go all the way back up to Sanctuary.
Face Kid, your energy.
Yeah?
Where is Preston? I found out that I'm occasionally going to come back here to Sanctuary to get resources like wood and steel and stuff, because I've run out of obtainable resources inside the fort. Oh, hey. You're dead. Okay, Preston. No, come back here.
What do you need, General?
All you need to know is there's a machine that can get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? For real? Wow. That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix.
Okay, so go help Sturgis. Sadly, he's here in Sanctuary. And I don't really want to build the machine inside Sanctuary. I really kind of want to build it in the castle.
Hey,
Come on, Sturgis, talk.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Wow, what a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Either it is, or we end up building one hell of a paperweight.
Well, whoever wrote this does seem to know what they're talking about. Could be a genius or totally insane. Guess we'll find out. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Just tell me what we need so I can get started.
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Okay, so by nice big open building site, I've already if I could speak properly, I've already destroyed this place, so we are going to be building it right up on top of here. Let's get that out of the way. So, yeah, it's gonna go right up here. I should probably build walls for it, but who really cares? Okay, so let's... Where's this telling us to go? Oh. Build this. Hey, guess what? I can build this. Right up there. I can snap them together. Isn't that something? And let's talk to him again.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
There's a giant metal pizza sitting on the ground now, so yeah.
I was just asking. No need for the snide remarks. I think I got the rest of this contraption figured out. Here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
I'd better get started.
Okay, one thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
I actually need to find some copper because I don't even have enough for any connecting of anything. Oh hey, I can build like everything. That's helpful. Put that about there. That there. This right over there. And wow, that is actually everything. I'm surprised. Okay, so let's see. Requires 23. 28 power is how much we need. Alright, so I can build one large one. In the end, it's going to need 2 large ones and essentially 3 large ones. Or a large one, 2 large ones, a medium one, and a small one. Actually, hey, let's just do that. So Okay, so that has everything connected together. Actually, I want to do... Nope, I don't need to connect that. Okay. So, as soon as I get one more large generator, it should start to work. And I need aluminum, 10 aluminum. Let's see, what can I get that has aluminum? Any more destroyed... Oh wait, there's a destroyed house over here. Yay. This will be way faster than when I built it the first time. No aluminum. Crap. That's steel. That's a bunch of ceramic. Can we be lucky with some aluminum cans? Crap, that's steel. Why does everything have to be made out of steel? Wouldn't... Oh, hey. That's,
Sweet.
Sure. Nope, that's a silver. I'm just gonna go buy some down here in Diamond City. I need 10 aluminum.
You. Well, I suppose we can do
I'll take a look, sure.
everything you need.
Crap, she only has 4 aluminum on her, and so let's just even this out. There we go, 21 caps.
That a blast from the past. We can talk about guns, or maybe you want to consider...
Does this guy have enough stuff? Please, come on. I need 6 more aluminum. Oh hey, there we go. Oh crap, it's $13,000. Now it's $700. It's a good thing I don't need this ammo. Where's ammo? Here's ammo. I have a bunch of fusion cells. Oh hey, let's... There we go. 0. Boom. Just evened it out. Let's make our way back. Okay, so for this, I think that we are going to want to put large generator. Well, let's angle it the right way. Right here. Ish, and then connect that to that. And there we go, we have powered everything. And now we can talk to
Everything
Sturgis.
looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Okay, so I'm just going to quick save right here because I don't know really what's going to happen. Thankfully, Nick won't be in there with us, but let's get going. Okay, so I'm in the part where I can't move anymore. I can just look around.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. By the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
And here we go. We made it inside the Institute. Wait, where's the exit? There's the exit. Now let's just use the terminal. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so we have it. Let's see. Yep, that works. So now we're just supposed to explore because there's no way out. And
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
wow, did I actually
know
fail
this
the
far.
Road to Freedom quest?
The Institute is under my guidance.
I don't really care. I'm not going with the railroad.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Come on already. Let's just put that on right now.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Well, this is some reverse Darth Vader shit right here.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Hell of a story. But I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite encouraging. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
I won't be a part of this. I can't.
Why? Because of the reputation of the Institute. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Your Institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, well, the world is not what it used to be. What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocities have they committed? These Minutemen, claiming to want to save the Commonwealth from itself. They cannot even protect themselves. Their cause is a doomed one. None have any true claim to nobility in this world. Those days are gone. But we are not the monsters we have been cast as. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I had certainly hoped we could work together. But every man must make his own decisions. If you choose to leave, I cannot force you to stay. Understand, though, that I cannot allow you to remain within the Institute. You may have safe passage back to the relay, where you will be sent back to the surface. But from that point, you must be considered hostile. I am sorry. I must think first of the safety of the Institute. And in the cruel world that has developed, those who are not with us are against us. The elevator will return you to the relay.
Okay, there we go. That's about as soon as you can tell the Institute to go screw off. That saves us about an hour of crap that we have to do inside the Institute, and sadly, well, not really sadly, but that was a pretty long conversation, and that took up most of the episode. Or at least I feel like it's going to take up most of the episode, because we're about a little over halfway through. So now we go all the way back up. Wow. I'm fairly sure that this went slower on its way down. No matter. There we are. And we shall leave. And then we will talk to, what's-his-face. And... ooh, that and inside job. We need to do both those. So back to Sanctuary. Okay, so talk to Sturgis first.
Hey, Sturgis.
I love work. I can sit and watch it all day.
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the ground for too long.
Do I look like a carpenter to you?
I don't know what you look like. You said you were willing to help. Making beds is what we need help with.
I'd be glad to help.
Okay, good deal. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
Here's that holotape you gave me, full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
We need a way to bring the fight to them.
Let's hope we got something we can use. Well, they sure aren't gonna fall for that teleport hijacker trick twice, even if it wasn't a smoking pile of scrap metal. All the good stuff on here is gonna be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Okay, so that completes inside job. I don't think that we're... oh wait, yeah, we were given that quest to build parts, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let's talk to Preston.
I made my choice. The Institute is now our enemy.
I always knew that day was coming. The question now is, what are we gonna do about them?
I don't think we have enough troops to go on the offensive. Yet.
I agree, General. And even if we were strong enough, we don't have any way to attack the Institute yet. We'll have to hope Sturgis finds something in that data you swiped. In the meantime, we can focus on building up our strength while Sturgis is working his end. No half measures. This time, when we attack, we finish the job, once and for all. I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to anyone that needs it. That can only help our cause.
Okay, so that was a pretty vague, thing. Guess we're just gonna have to go.
I cleared out the ghouls that were giving that settlement trouble.
Glad to hear it, General. It's hard enough out here without people having to worry about ghouls in their backyard.
Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to do more of the damn Preston side quests. And I hate the Preston side quests. So, I'm probably just going to skip past all that stuff, because that's pretty boring. So in that case, I'm going to go to the fire support quest. I'll just start going to the Brotherhood of Steel. Oh wait, that's supposed to be somewhere in there. Looks like I'm not going to. I will investigate the Brotherhood of Steel ship, though. Actually, you know what? That's not even really a good idea. Wow. Don't want to start the, Huh. You know what? I'll level up in the meantime, because I have 3 level up points. Yep. We want that. Don't want that. Can't get that one yet. Can't get that one. Wow. Can't get any of those. Wait, I can get science rank 2, but I don't need science rank 2. I'm kind of thinking hacker. Just cuz. What to do, what to do. Actually, Fortune Finder might not be too bad. Yeah, 1 more in Fortune Finder. And, you know what, 1 in Hacker, because I feel like I'm going to need that. And actually, because I don't want to go do his stupid quests on during a video, and because I have nothing really else to do. Oh, hey. I know what I can do. Yep. 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 And yep. I will take that stuff, because that's not going to be needed anymore. And so, that looks like that's going to be it for this episode. Remember, I'm Ryan from Blue Water Gaming, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.